lights on. Welcome into Poppin Off. I am Danny Otto. Joining with me, as always, is Cori Mayer.
Hello, everyone.
50 Shades of Craig.
Hey, everyone.
And all the way in LA, it's your best friend Pete.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, Peter.
Welcome to
I'm here.
welcome to Thursday.
Yeah.
I like having the show on Thursday because the week is almost over, but then you got Friday still, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's over for you guys.
I mean, I
Was
guess.
that was that a threat? It's over for you guys.
Oh, Thursday's the beginning of my week.
Oh.
My work week.
Oh, I got
Well,
you.
Wednesday, I guess, is more.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Hump day.
How's everybody's week been going so far?
Not bad.
Good.
I think I was doing better on Tuesday.
Were you?
No, here's what I like better than Tuesday is the temperature.
That's true.
I don't care about
Oh,
like
yeah.
I hate rain and I get that. I don't like we're in New York, so I'm sorry to everybody else in the population who's not in New York because we're talking about something local to us. And
Why are you sorry? They're enjoying nice weather.
Well, Pete
Yeah.
is, but the rest of the country, they could be in places that are worse than us.
I mean,
I don't care about them. I'm
Hawaii
suffering.
is not one of them.
Martin's having a great
Yeah.
time.
He's
Shout out to
fine.
number one fan Martin. I really
fine.
hope we can pull it off and we can go to Hawaii at some point.
Hawaii scented candle.
Yeah. Anyway, how's everybody? So
It's okay.
anyway, I like that
Yeah.
the temperature is much warmer.
Yeah.
Because I don't like rain, but temperature being in the 40s is fine with me.
Really?
Yeah.
Being in the 40s is fine with you?
Better than being 7 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I'd rather 40s and raining than with the wind chill minus 15 and,
Yeah.
and sun out.
Yeah.
I can't do that. My legs actually hurt walking on Monday morning or Monday afternoon. I walked to the studio from Port Authority and my legs hurt. Just that walk. That was like 7 blocks. Really not
Yeah.
far at all.
Yeah.
My legs hurt.
Same. I walked across the street and got beer. My legs hurt.
Frozen on the way back. right?
Frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pete, I really want to say a word I couldn't say.
is he doing?
I really held back from saying a word. How are you doing in LA?
Well, I was going to comment, your legs probably hurt because they're tiny.
I
But
hate you so
Wow.
much.
I'm just saying, come on, like
You have to work twice as hard.
We're under 6 foot. Greg can always want. He has no idea what it's like to be short. So stop.
Yeah.
Now, like under 6 foot, we're built like hobbits.
I cover
So,
lots
I'm
of
sorry.
ground.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
you're bounding. One step is 4 of mine, 17 of Danny's.
At least 17. Yeah.
I feel
but
personally
I'm
attacked
good.
here. I feel personally attacked here.
Yeah,
First off, how dare you?
First off, there's
Corey's
only
not-
one tall person in here. I mean, I don't count. I wear 4-inch heels on like a daily basis just so that I can be on normal people's level because you can't tell like a drunk man when you're 5 foot tall that he needs to get out and he's not going to take you seriously.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I feel
Until you hit somebody and then they realize that you got some power
professionally,
behind
I can't
the
hit
fist.
anybody. I can yell insults from a distance, so I've gotten really good at that.
I feel like I just walk along and you guys all have blue speed mouse legs. Yeah. Ha.
No.
No.
I'm good. I'm good. Weather's nice. It does suck to walk sometimes. It does get tired.
That's why you have a sweatshirt.
Exactly.
beanie.
It's kind of chilly here.
Oh, gosh.
I hate you.
Okay. Okay.
But by the way, Pete, so there's this really cool festival, and shout out to the population, Johnny Rico, who I know is very close to Huntington Beach. There's this festival in towards the end of April that has a lot of really cool bands. Blink-182 is going to be there, but among that, I think Real Big Fish, I think the Aquabats, it's, Saving Ferris, like some really cool, or Save Ferris, I mean, some really cool bands, ska bands, but other bands in general, happening in Huntington Beach the end of April. Pete, you and Johnny Rico should go, for sure. Because I know you're moving down there.
all the time. And did you know that before they became the Aquabats, that they originally were going to go with the Water Flying Rats as their band name?
I didn't know that, but did you know that Travis Barker used to be in the Aquabats?
Really?
He was in the
Because I
Aquabats.
just made up my fact.
Okay.
I don't really know any facts.
My fact is true. My fact is true that Travis Barker used to be in the Aquabats, and then Blink-182 took Travis Barker from the Aquabats and made them their drummer. That is 100% factual.
Did you know?
Did you know we have a story about Blink-182 later?
Do we?
I mean, you're directly related.
Now
Yeah,
we've
we
got to
do.
find a story about Blink-182.
Damn.
You put a lot of pressure on us.
Control
Okay,
room.
how does nobody
Find a
read
story
that?
about
During every
Blink-182.
break.
Clearly, none of us read the rundown.
During every break, now we're just going to have to be figuring out what's the story of Blink-182. Somebody find it.
Yeah, we got it.
But we got a lot of stuff to get into. I'm super stoked about tonight's show.
Why?
Because why not?
Did you know Travis Barker used to be in the Aquabats?
Why?
Because it was the first band he drummed in. Anyway, well,
Cue the music.
thanks, Sean. I was waiting this whole time. You let me out dangling this whole time. He was like, yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yep.
I don't care. All right, guys.
While we look for that Blink-182 thing we're supposed to be talking about later.
Stay tuned. We have so much to get to tonight. I am excited. We will see why I'm excited. That's a tease. Stay tuned. We're popping on after this.
The Fantasy Sports Radio Network is the only place to go for 24/7 fantasy sports advice. Once you download the FNTSY Sports Radio app, you'll get the most accurate experts and most entertaining programming in the fantasy sports world. Listen to great shows like Fantasy Football Frenzy,
There you go right there, Goon Squad.
Game Time Decisions,
Good teams win, great teams cover.
Fantasy Freestyle,
You know what it is.
and plenty more. Download the FNTSY Sports Radio app on your iPhone and Android devices now and take the best fantasy sports talk wherever life leads you. It's Poppin' Off.
Pete, did you get a chance to check out the Spider-Man trailer?
Yeah, he goes to London.
Thoughts?
No, but can we say spoilers at this point?
It's not a spoiler.
yeah.
Okay, I just think Jake Gyllenhaal just looks so badass. I'm really stoked to see Jake Gyllenhaal as a bad guy.
He's gonna be a bad guy.
Bad guy?
He's gonna be a bad guy. It's Mysterio.
Bad guy?
Yeah, he's Mysterio. That is
but
not
just
a
because
giveaway.
he's Bad guy.
Oh, okay.
Just because he's bad guy doesn't mean he's
He's a bad guy. Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph.
There we go.
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream.
Are you new to daily fantasy? Are you a veteran? Either way, you can better your chances of winning money, and lots of it, by going to dailyroto.com. Multiple people have become millionaires thanks to the guys at Daily Roto. Why not take advice from the experts? You can become a millionaire too. Just go to dailyroto.com to rock daily fantasy sports.
It's Poppin' Off.
Men in Black International, which isn't technically the direct sequel,
Yeah.
but it is a new sequel. After seeing the teaser trailer, I'm pretty in on this because not only do they give the nod to the original Men in Black guys, which I'm still hoping that maybe one or both of them,
Cameo.
cameo in it. Also, Chris Hemsworth looks like he's going to be pretty good
Yeah.
at it.
It'll be fine.
It actually has both characters from Thor Ragnarok in it, Thor and Valkyrie.
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream.
Are you new to daily fantasy? Are you a veteran? Either way, you can better your chances of winning money, and lots of it, by going to dailyroto.com. Multiple people have become millionaires thanks to the guys at Daily Roto. Why not take advice from the experts? You can become a millionaire too. Just go to dailyroto.com to rock daily fantasy sports.
It's Poppin' Off.
I never got the opportunity to play Resident Evil, but I'd go over to friends' houses and they had it. I always stood there and waited for something to jump out. Even when the first movie came out, Resident Evil 1, I thought that was a great movie.
Awesome movies.
All pop-up surprise scares and jump cuts and stuff like that, but I thought it was a solid movie.
Great.
Solid video game franchise. The graphics just get better every single time they release a different Resident Evil. So a shout out again to my dad for getting me a PlayStation 4, because now I get the opportunity, I can get any of the Resident Evils I want.
Killing it, Dad.
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream.
Danny Otto. Welcome back into Poppin' Off. I am Danny Otto. Joining me as always is hashtag Cori Mayer.
Hello?
50 Shades of Grey, what are you doing?
You were wondering where Jeff's arm and hand were? Right behind you, buddy.
All the way to nights, I rest repeat.
Hello.
No! So.
Oh, thank God for the close-up.
I know you guys were worried, but over the break, we did find a Blink-182 story. Yay!
Yay!
So, it involves Fyre Fest, or Fyre Festival.
Oh, yeah.
Hashtag fire fraud.
Hashtag Fyre Fraud.
I've heard of this.
Anyway, so just a little bit of backstory. So there were documentaries on this festival that came out both on Hulu and on Netflix. And I say Hulu first just because Hulu released theirs first. Vice versa?
That's fair.
Vice versa?
Oh.
All right. Netflix released theirs first. I don't know. I only watched the Netflix one. But what I was told, the only reason I watched only the Netflix one was because I was told that one was the better of the two.
I actually personally think it's better. A lot of people say Hulu because they actually got him and his girlfriend on the Hulu one.
I heard that the Hulu one doesn't go into the aftermath as much.
It doesn't.
Where they talk about the company
one,
and everything like that.
The Hulu one mostly focuses on him, and I actually disagree with a part in this article that says it humanizes him. It doesn't. It actually, the way that they made this, it makes him look like the biggest scam in the world. Just every time he twitches and every time he speaks, and just is the way that you see him reacting to these questions. And I know that's how they cut it, but I feel like even if I were to sit in front of him and look at him and hear him speak, that's how I would feel.
But it was a huge scam.
It was a huge scam.
Yeah.
And
110%.
He continued doing this scam past Fyre Festival. He got arrested. He was let out on bail on probation.
And then he did another scam with under another person's name. That's what the By the way, so let's just bring everybody into this. So if you guys haven't watched it yet, there was this festival called Fyre Festival. And it was developed from an app that was supposed to be it was supposed to promote the app.
Right.
And the app was supposed to be where you could, instead of having to not be able to have access to giant artists, like musical artists and stuff like that, you could almost like Uber, where you could order an artist for an event. They put their price on it, and you could then say, all right, 10 grand, I can raise that. I need you for this event on this date. Boom. And that was supposed to be their app and stuff like that. Huh. And this festival was supposed to kind of kick that off. Pete, you look like you wanted to say something.
Oh, it was supposed to be their app.
Yeah.
Right.
It was how they got the investors.
Well, from everything that I heard, the app and the people behind the app were all legitimate.
Yeah, they were.
They didn't know anything about it, so they did
there was
all of
Ja Rule murder.
But here's the thing, and I want to hear this from everybody. When this was happening in real time in this time, I had no idea about this. I don't remember seeing anything about this on social media.
Yeah, it was all over Twitter.
You did?
It was all over Twitter.
I do too.
People were tweeting pictures of their food, the tent situation,
I don't
everything in the
remember this at
documentary that
all.
people were saying that they were sending back, they were showing us. And it's actually one of those things where a little fascinating, because the people that were involved in it and the people that went are people that we love to hate, because there are people who have this lifestyle on social media that's so beautiful and it's so exotic, and they're going places, and all of a sudden their entire worlds came crashing down. We felt amazing. Us as normal people, we felt amazing.
My favorite part of at least the Netflix documentary is when they cut to a clip from Ron Funches.
Spoiler.
And he goes, the first thing, if you have over, what was it? If you have thousands of dollars to spend on going to an island and seeing Blink-182, then you already have too much money on your hands.
But I mean, these were people that were like, "Oh, we quit our job to do this. We got in trouble because we did this. We sold all of our things. You deserve it, dude. Like this is the reason why people hate our generation, because we do things like this. Like this is on you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mostly on Billy McFarland, but it's also on you.
Pete, I did want to hear from you. Did you know about this while it was happening? Because I don't remember hearing anything about this.
Yeah, it was so skewed as this. Cause Corey's right. It was this millennial elitist type concert, and really it was like the Jenners and Bella Hadid and all of these girls are like, they came for money, and everyone that wanted to be like them, every single person that was an Instagram model. To me, again, watching it unfold was next to, I don't know.
Surreal.
Next to probably my grandmother's eggplant and pizza. It was probably like the third best thing that God ever gave to the earth.
Right.
But
eggplant?
It was amazing. It was next to a plague. And it was awesome watching it unfold. But you see how big of a fraud it was. And I like the Netflix doc because it was behind the scenes. But actually looking at it now and seeing how messed up it's ridiculous. I still don't feel sorry for any of them. I'm actually happy. I hope that they became better people from it. But I think it's fascinating. It's fascinating that it was able to be pulled off though in 2018.
Well, one thing that did come that was good from the Netflix documentary is there's a woman there. She was the caterer, and she spent some, if not all, of her life savings to pay off the people.
$50,000,
$50,000 to work for it. They did a GoFundMe. And it was set at $125,000. They have surpassed their goals. So she's going to get some of that money back. And that's one of the beautiful things about this documentary is it brought to life the people behind the scenes that got hurt.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are still people waiting to be paid, and hopefully Billy McFarland will just disappear from existence. Please.
Yeah.
Well, one of the creepier parts of the documentary was when I forget who it was. It was somebody that was on the app side of things. So they didn't really have too much to do with the festival, but it was one of the guys doing an interview to the camera, and he said, honestly, I think whatever happens to Billy, whether he goes to jail for a couple of years,
older guy,
he'll be back out and he'll figure out another way to do this, because that's just, he's able to separate people from their money, and he's too good at it to not do it again.
I mean, he is
creepy to think about.
He is a genius. If you look at the fact that him and Jerry Media were able to take this subset, it's a marketing strategy that has been used through Instagram models, but they were able to take this marketing strategy that hasn't necessarily been done before, but they perfected it. They were able to take all of these lives that everyone wanted to live and put it into the marketing for this festival, and everyone believed it. There was nothing beyond that first promo video that showed anything about this festival, and people were dishing out tens of thousands of dollars to go there. Like this,
it was like
is a genius
$25K was
strategy.
one of the settings. So I have one question I want to ask all the way around the room, every single person here, and even we can throw it out to the population in the chat room, stuff like that. Ja Rule.
Murder.
Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. If you associate yourself with any of this, and it doesn't just
in the Netflix documentary he saes
that he was scammed, but I do not. And it doesn't stop with Ja Rule. That goes to Kendall Jenner. That goes to Bella Hadid. It goes to every single person that was involved in this. Jerry Media. All of you are responsible, because there would not have been a Fyre Festival if it were not for you guys. The only reason that people went to this place is because you guys were the ones who promoted it. So it is all of your faults.
Yeah.
All of your faults.
What do you think, Greg?
I agree with Cori. I think that this is yet another example of people who have money looking to make money from people who don't. I truly, look, I have not.
I think it was people who have money taking money from people who have money. No, but the people that worked on it, I get what you're saying.
Right.
But I'm talking about the people that paid money to go to the concert. They had money. They were a certain level of consumer. Like, I look at
Sure.
Fyre Fest. If that was a real thing, $10,000 I'm like, no, I don't. I don't even have that money to spend out of my bank account, let alone, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I'm not even that level of person to be able to make that as a possible thing for me to do.
Right, but
so they all had to be like the people that got scammed out. There are two sets, I think, of people that got scammed out. Okay. Workers who didn't end up getting paid. They're the ones who really got screwed.
Sure.
The consumers, yes, they got screwed. They had the money to pay for it.
Yeah, I don't care if they had the money.
No, that's what I'm just saying, though.
They made in their head that they were going to sacrifice certain parts of their lives to go to this festival that didn't exist.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care if you can afford $10,000. People will drop $10,000 on the craziest crap.
Yeah.
Even if they only have like $12,000 to their name.
Right.
That's true. That's how human beings are. That is not how I am.
That's not how I am.
No, Danny, you and I know each other so well. We're both not that way.
Yeah.
But we also aren't that certain subset of people that try to go to Fyre
The majority of people are like, this is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and blow all my savings on this. I promise you, the majority of people who lost this money were middle class.
They were.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Okay, so that's horrible.
Yeah. No, I'm not. In no way am I saying it's not horrible.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in the two groups that were affected the most by the scam.
Sure.
The people that gave their time, energy, and had to work.
The workers, yeah.
That got nothing from it.
Right.
They were not going to enjoy it. They were going to work it for months. They did, and they got nothing from it.
Yeah.
Like the lady who
Evil.
luckily got the GoFundMe and got at least some money paid back because she had to empty her savings to pay the workers that she employed for this mess. Stuff like that. There are different subsets is all I'm saying. Everyone got screwed. There's no argument here about that. I'm just saying there's a difference between the two subsets.
Absolutely.
There's also a difference between the people who promoted it that tried to absolve themselves of their guilt.
Right.
Yeah.
And this happened in both documentaries.
See, I'm gonna go home now and watch.
That doesn't work.
I'm gonna go home now and watch the Hulu one because I'm interested. I just heard once I watched the Netflix one, I heard that the Netflix one was kind of better than the Hulu one, so I was like, I don't feel like watching the Hulu one right now.
But they both complement themselves.
Right. So I didn't want to watch it back to back, but I do want to go see it. I'm interested. There was one guy that they interviewed multiple times that was having to do with the PR and stuff like that, and they did say he said they paid him 30%, and they were dangling the other 70%. So he knew it was bad, and the whole time he knew this was wrong. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. But at the same time, they were dangling. They weren't going to pay him if he didn't do what they wanted.
And he tried to absolve himself of guilt too.
Right.
Everybody's fault.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Fault.
Right.
Yeah.
Pete, do you have some thoughts before we go to break?
I think it played up on society's greed. I think play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Everyone's to blame, but I think all the celebrities. It really is case by case because Ja Rule was really trying to get back into the industry. Ja Rule was failing at a lot of stuff. The Jenners their business people are just money hungry. They go after any big deal, and they got paid a ton of money for that.
Yeah, what do the Jenners do?
Same thing they always do, take pictures.
Listen, they all have their individual thing, but their personalities, that has become a thing now. You can be a personality, and you can get paid for said it. Don't ask what a personality is, but you can get paid for.
That was my next question.
Is a half-naked picture of yourself nowadays.
Thank you, Cori. This is my point.
I wish I could get paid to do a half-naked picture.
Listen,
I'd be fine with that.
It's supply and demand. If we all just agreed to not care about these idiots, they couldn't make a living. There you go.
True.
All right, guys. Coming back after this, we're going to do, I believe, we're going to do some hashtag gamer tags. Talk some more video games. Stay tuned. We're popping off after this.
Are you new to daily fantasy? Are you a veteran? Either way, you can better your chances of winning money, and lots of it, by going to dailyroto.com. Multiple people have become millionaires thanks to the guys at Daily Roto. Why not take advice from the experts? You can become a millionaire too. Just go to dailyroto.com to rock daily fantasy sports.
It's Poppin' Off.
Men in Black International, which isn't technically the direct sequel, but it is a new sequel. After seeing the teaser trailer, I'm pretty in on this because not only do they give the nod to the original Men in Black guys, which I'm still hoping that maybe one or both of them cameo in it. Also, Chris Hemsworth looks like he's going to be pretty good at it.
It'll be fine.
It actually has both characters from Thor Ragnarok in it, Thor and Valkyrie.
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream.
Welcome back into Poppin' Off. I am Danny Otto. Joining with me as always, hashtag Cori Bear.
Hello.
50 Shades of Greg.
Hey.
All the way in LA. So must repeat. Hi. All right. The time has come. Let's talk some video games.
Okay.
With hashtag gamertags.
Okay.
So, by the way, we should bring up again, if you haven't already, please like our Twitch channel.
Oh, gosh, yes.
It's twitch.tv/poppinoffshow.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't already liked it, we are making an effort to stream more often.
Yeah.
I know it's very, very uncharted territory for me and Greg.
Yes.
But Corey's a professional. T downstairs is a professional at twitching. Or at streaming, I guess.
Yeah.
Twitching, sorry. At streaming. Pete streams a lot. And I promise, all I can promise is that Greg and I will get better at it.
We will try.
Are you nervous? Is that what it is? Are you nervous of streaming?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Your hands are going to be on a controller and you're going to be playing the game, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone, tomorrow night, we're going to do this. Danny,
Yeah, I'm going to go over and
Danny,
visit. Yeah.
Can we commit to this?
Yeah.
You come over to my place.
I will.
We'll do this tomorrow night.
Okay.
So population tomorrow night, Danny and I are going to stream.
Yeah.
It's going to be
It's going to be horrible.
All right. So let's kick off hashtag gamer tags with not so happy of a story. GameStop apparently is reporting a lot of losses. Because,
sense.
I mean, let's be honest. A lot of people are just downloading games from the virtual marketplaces of their systems now. Yeah. It's a lot easier than going to the store and getting the physical copies.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have to download them most of the time to our consoles anyway, so there's no lag time or anything. But apparently they could be bought out within the next month or two.
Yeah.
You remember when they used to have like launch parties? I remember the Left 4 Dead 2 launch party, and that was kind of cool.
I
So
stood
excited.
online outside for Halo 3, or it might have been Reach. I think it was Reach, because I got the special edition console for it. And I stood outside, and there was a dude that came, and he was dressed as Master Chief. And then it got ruined because he got in his minivan with his mom.
Aww.
I have pictures. I will put up a picture of this.
That's something that
Everyone
the kids will
has a
just
mom.
never know nowadays, is waiting in line for a video game that just came out.
I think
Yeah.
the last time I waited in line for a midnight release video game was Halo 5. And it wasn't like I waited in line a long time. I think it was me and like 5 other people. And I went in at 11:30 because I was like, oh, I'll just come in a few minutes early. And they were like, no, here. And they gave it to me.
Yeah,
I was
that's
just
how-
like me and a couple other people online.
That's how it was for Red Dead 2. I was like, maybe I should call them first and see if they have copies available. I called them, walked in the day of the release, 10 o'clock in the morning, whenever they opened, grabbed a copy of Red Dead, and then that was it.
Yeah. I mean, for Forsaken, I got... But Forsaken, I got the digital copy. I just downloaded it. And
Pete, are you sad? Are you sad that GameStops might be bought out?
No, when you guys are talking, I lean in so I can actually see
Wait, it's
y'all.
not your
but
camera.
GameStop, mind you, $800 million in debt, but we're just going to ignore that one. No, but that's a lot of debt, people, but I'm just listening and watching and looking at myself now. See? Look at this. I love it. It's like single white female. Greg got a beanie on and everything like this.
Terrifying.
Like, next thing I know, next time I see Greg, I feel like he just wants to wear my skin.
Maybe.
Start
Can we
putting
make
on
that happen?
It'll be the next unsolved mystery, the very first episode.
Yeah, put lots of lotion on, Pete, to keep it
Yeah.
smooth. Anyway, so moving on. Have you guys been paying attention to Fortnite? Because I feel like, we got to get good at this because Jens wants us to play. And one of the games that Jens plays, besides PUBG, is Fortnite.
Yep.
And apparently there was a brand new event that just happened in Fortnite where the island itself got covered in snow and now has zombies in it.
That sounds like a lot.
It's been a while since I've fired up Fortnite.
Okay.
I don't know why either, because it seems like a game that I would like to play, but I feel like I've never gone in with like a team of friends, so I've never really enjoyed it. I've played it single, which is just terrifying because it's like you versus 100 people, and you're just like, either I can hide or I can die early. Like,
you just need some gamer confidence.
You're really
Danny.
bad at this game.
yeah,
Really bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, it's
I feel like we need to get
drop in and hide or
yeah.
They do things though. Fortnite incorporates thing where you don't have to worry about losing all the time, but like you can just gain some XP. Like you can just kill some of the ice fiends and stuff like that. Where it's okay, you can still try.
Yeah, and I just feel like I've tried to play it. I've tried to like it.
Mm-hmm.
I've never gone in with a group of friends. I feel like if we all teamed up and we got decent at it as together, because we could communicate together, we could take it by a team, like as a team.
I don't know. When I was playing with y'all last night,
Team Poppin
I
Off.
did a lot worse.
I was not on your team the other night.
Well, I wasn't talking to you.
Wow, you said y'all. That means all y'all.
Pete and Tim when we were playing last. No, I mean like when we were playing threes. I was the first one to die, and I'm like, that's not Cori Bear style. I don't know what's happening right now.
Okay, yeah, but threes were off. But when we can communicate. Like, well, we ended up getting on a hot streak whenever we got into like the actual game, but we weren't playing with anyone else that we knew. It was just us three talking to each other. T that was just like occasionally judging us. Like just voice of God, just like, hey, you guys are playing like trash.
Yeah.
Which was good. It was motivational.
That's T's MO.
Yeah, we didn't and we didn't yell at each other or anything. We were just very much like.
Sometimes the judging is worse.
No, it's like you gotta listen. You've got to be tough if we're gonna play. Danny, again, you know me. Whenever we're playing, I like to win. I'm very competitive, so.
You're an asshole.
Yeah.
No, see,
okay, don't worry, Danny.
That's it.
The Cori Bear Moira will be in the back, and she will take care of you.
Yeah, Cori, Tim, and I, we played really well. Like, that's the thing. Like, y'all take arrogance as, like, I'm not better. It's just, like, I got stuff that I want to do and get done. And,
that's
like,
fair.
Cori, Tim, and I, we rock that stuff. It's just, you need to be tougher.
Yeah, no, that's fair. In the meantime, Danny and I are trying to get 100 people together to just show up in the game and then not fight each other.
Yeah.
We're just gonna stand around until the game is like, we gotta end this.
We're gonna start doing.
There's just
It's basically a singles mixer on Fortnite.
Greg and I are just gonna try to get a Fortnite where it's 1 versus 100, and all of us are just the population, and we just hang out until the time runs out.
I think the best game we'll get. Listen, let's bring back VR. We'll get a perfect game for you and Greg. It'll call Depression.
Look, wait a minute. I play that every day in real life.
I actually have a game that would be really
exactly
good.
what it is. We just sit around all day.
What is it?
I can't remember, but I have it. but it tackles depression as per indie games do, and I think that you guys would do. I mean, you can't lose, so you'll do fine.
Yeah, I mean, once I get
you can lose.
Once I get in the game, I'm just immediately going to be like, what's the point? I should just sleep.
Oh man, there's so much violence in this game. Why is there so much killing? Why can't we just talk?
So, shout out to the population. Greg and I are going to start streaming together.
Tomorrow night
For sure. It will be our first one.
Yep.
But I want to work towards the goal of getting over 100 people in the population connected to our Twitch channel, our Twitch stream, so that we can somehow randomly get the majority of the population into one of the Fortnite games where
Yep.
it really is just a mass of us not killing each other, and we just hang out in Fortnite.
We could change the whole Fortnite world. If like we got 100 people to just go into the same game and we just hung out, they'd be like, this is ruining everything.
We break Fortnite. Then we're
what-
the news story.
that's
We
what-
create the news.
That's what we're all about. Ruining everything. And we're going to do it.
All right. So moving on, we have another story. The one of the writers from Rogue One, the movie.
Love that movie.
I did too. That was a great.
So good.
That was great.
So good.
Actually wants and is petitioning Disney to pull the Star Wars licensing from EA because of how badly EA has been handling microtransactions, and even the most recent Star Wars game that was supposed to be released that got really super botched and got pulled now indefinitely. And so now he's petitioning Disney to pull the licensing from EA. What do you think about this?
It makes sense. They didn't meet any sales goals for previous games. This last game that was pulled, like they can't provide. They can't. They're not performing. So
Right.
give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
I mean, you're ruining the name and the culture of Star Wars. Like, pull it.
Listen, I agree. So like back in the day, some of the Star Wars games were, and forgive me, there may be some people who disagree with me, but sans the 3 like real movies, 4, 5, and 6, I just don't. I think that there were some of the video game storylines that were better.
Well, are you
than
talking,
some
you're
of the
talking
movie
like
storylines.
Knights of the Old Republic,
Yes,
Battlefront.
dude. Some of those. I don't want to ruin anything for anyone, but some of those storylines, like the real storyline, are better than some of the movies.
I mean, I agree, and that the expanded universe of Star Wars has been great in some of the video games and stuff like that. Yeah.
So let's not
Lego
F it
Star
up.
Wars is good.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that.
Right.
Pete, what do you think about this? What do you think has EA run their course? They've ruined it. They should be pulled. We should get somebody new in.
Well, Cori just kind of said it. Other than Lego Star Wars, all the Star Wars games are meh. EA has dropped the ball.
Oh yeah, I mean,
so I'm happy.
Coming from Battlefront 1, I liked Battlefront 1. And then going to how many microtransactions you actually had to make to just be able to complete Battlefront 2.
That is fair.
Was ridiculous.
That is
I didn't even
fair.
buy it
From
because of
a
that.
major
That's fair.
game point, that is just such a shaky kind of
Agreed.
like market to go into. Like that just
Yeah.
proves that your model is failing.
Yes.
When you have to like get to the point where people are paying just to finish a game.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep. Totally agree.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Pete, what were you saying? Sorry, we cut you off.
No, I was just going to say I'm looking forward wherever it goes after this. If they continue to go with the open world for Star Wars, I think it's going to be in much better hands. EA at this point has dropped the ball. Everyone is too critical of the way EA has treated it, and so I think at this point it's only inevitable, and it only should happen that they're removed.
I did want to ask one question, and this is more of a broad question. It doesn't even have to be with Star Wars video games in general, but just games in general. Are we now, because we've got, and we don't have a lot of time, but let me finish my question, is are we going to see bigger games moving away from microtransactions now that we're starting to get more critical about
I hope so.
seeing that this has kind of gotten us for the last few years, really?
I mean, like, I understand that games are getting bigger and better, and that's why they need more money, but microtransactions are not it. It takes away from the value of the game. It takes away from the gameplay. You're like, people are paying even. I mean, I know with like Overwatch, it's just skins. It's all aesthetics, and I'm fine with that.
Me
as
too.
Microtransactions, but like when it's to add value to the game, that's when it becomes a problem, and it becomes toxic to the gaming community.
Yeah, that's
absolutely
horse
agree,
milk. Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely
Terrible.
agree.
But you have to figure this: how many kids at times are making way more money than what they spent on that game from that game?
Right, if they're doing YouTube and stuff like that,
So,
but they're just
again,
promoting
if you're Ninja and you're making $500,000 a month off of playing Fortnite, yeah, you can go ahead and
that's
spend some money on
unfair
those
to the rest of us.
Right, but now
that's an elitist thought.
I love that you said that, Cori.
It's absolutely an elitist thought, but that's the way it's transitioning with technology and everything. You have to get faster internet. We've already got to the point, especially in professional gaming, where kids that couldn't do it before, they were maxed out, they couldn't play it. Their parents are spending more and more money on getting faster internet because the possibility and the ability to make money and have a career out of this gaming.
Which I'm okay with, because it's the same with your giving your kid like training in football so that they can be better. I'm fine with that because it's now making esports into something that's a career, and I love that. Like I love the fact that people are accepting it.
Yeah, we all do.
But microtransactions, I think, is coming from a different.
It's basically like making the football. It's like basically making the football more expensive to buy. Like the actual piece.
You can have a Tom Brady deflated football for so much money. Or you can have a normal football.
Or it's kind of like poker, where like there are some really
like
good players, and then there are a bunch of crappy players, and you take all their money.
Yeah.
or it's just like needing to buy cleats every year.
Yeah. All right, guys. Coming back after this, we're going to do some Poppin' Off report. We have so much to get to. Everybody stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Are you new to daily fantasy? Are you a veteran? Either way, you can better your chances of winning money, and lots of it, by going to dailyroto.com. Multiple people have become millionaires thanks to the guys at Daily Roto. Why not take advice from the experts? You can become a millionaire too. Just go to dailyroto.com to rock daily fantasy sports.
It's Poppin' Off.
I never got the opportunity to play Resident Evil, but I'd go over to friends' houses and they had it. I always stood there and like waited for something to like jump out. Even when the first movie came out, Resident Evil 1, I thought that was a great movie.
Awesome movies.
All like pop-up surprise scares and jump cuts and stuff like that, but I thought it was a solid movie.
Great.
Solid video game franchise. The graphics just get better every single time they release a different Resident Evil. So a shout out again to my dad for getting me a PlayStation 4, because now I get the opportunity, I can get any of the Resident Evils I want.
Killing it, Dad.
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream. The Fantasy Sports Radio Network is the only place to go for 24/7 fantasy sports advice. Once you download the FNTSY Sports Radio app, you'll get the most accurate experts and most entertaining programming in the fantasy sports world. Listen to great shows like Fantasy Football Frenzy.
There you go right there, Goon Squad.
Game Time Decisions.
Good teams win, great teams cover.
Fantasy Freestyle.
You know what it is.
And plenty more. Boom! Download the FNTSY Sports Radio app on your iPhone and Android devices now and take the best fantasy sports talk wherever life leads you.
Where's your head
Welcome back into Poppin' Off. I am Danny Otto. Joining with me as always, hashtag Cori Mayer.
Hello.
50 Shades of Greg.
Sean, I love you, but these are really crappy music choices.
All the way in LA, it's our best friend Pete.
Yeah, I think they're good. I think they're good music selections. Great.
You would!
All right, guys. Let's get into some Poppin' Off news. Some Poppin' Off report.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So let's start local.
Let's take a look at the news tonight, see what's going on.
Oh.
Yeah, Sean.
We didn't plan that. I appreciate you doing that, Sean. I next time I will pause. I'll pause next time when I throw.
Yeah.
We got it. We'll work on it. We got it, Sean. Anyway, so starting local technically isn't local. I guess it's more national. Oscar Mayer is accepting applications for drivers of the Wienermobile.
Oh.
You know, I actually I auditioned to be in an Oscar Mayer commercial, and the Wienermobile was there. I had to sing the song. I had to sing the
Do
baloney
it for
song.
us right now.
I know. There's
Do
a
it
lot,
now.
There's a lot of spelling. There's a lot
it.
of spelling, and I honestly don't know if I can remember how to spell baloney.
Oh, my God.
It was the baloney song.
You don't know how to spell baloney?
B-O-L-O-G.
Yeah.
M-A-Y-A-R.
Yeah, that one. I had to
There it
sing
is,
that
Pete.
song at Jungle Gyms in Fairfield, Ohio, in front of hundreds of people, just in front of the Oscar Mayer. It was.
Well, now they're taking applications for you to be the wiener driver.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys want that.
You would be.
I would not be able to see over the steering wheel. Let's all be honest.
That's true. Yeah, you'd be a great wiener.
Anyway, I think somebody in the population should apply for this.
Yeah.
Because how incredible would it be if someone in the population got the opportunity to drive the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile?
Yeah.
And put like a Poppin Off logo or something in it. That'd be incredible.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Anyway,
on it.
so
Get on it, population.
So moving on to national news, I guess more national news. There is an Orlando clinic that's developing virtual reality to help PTSD veterans overcome their PTSD, basically.
It's great. I think everyone thinks that VR is just for video games, but we're not realizing that VR can be used for medical. VR can be used for engineering training. VR can be used it can be brought into so many different things. I think that's amazing.
I think you can drop any of that stuff off training in general. It can be used for.
Yeah.
We were talking Tuesday's show. We were talking about flight simulators and stuff like that.
Well,
it's
funny because they've been using VR for military training,
right,
for a decade or more.
But they found a way to make it cheap enough that consumers would be able to use it. I mean, it's still a decent amount of money, but we still can ostensibly be able to go and get something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I don't want to speed through this stuff too much. Pete, by the way, before we get too far, Pete, I did want to throw to you for some local LA news. Before we got too far, because we do have some more national stories, we have some international stories. But let's go to the West Coast with Pete, our West Coast correspondent, for some local California West Coast news.
Okay, so a little bit of both. PTSD based off the VR stuff first. No, just to reference that, they're using triggers. So like when you're using the VR, like they're using war zones, because Stephanie referenced how triggers obviously come up in the chemicals in your brain.
Sure.
But they were referencing like they use like gunpowder smells. They were using actual thermal war zones. Like that VR stuff it's heavy duty stuff, and it's in a 3-week intensive program. So like it's not just like slapping on VR goggles and like going away to Floopy Land.
Right.
No, like is hitting the fan.
Right.
Anyway.
No, I mean it's literally
if they can
like
control your triggers, then they can at least help you use them in a
right. It's literally like you've impregnated one of the locals, and now you have to get rid of them.
Okay, that is the worst
very
analogy
I've
ever heard in my life.
Okay,
right? Pete, how's it going in LA, buddy?
Yeah. So LA. So as far as LA, if we're gonna go with impregnating, 600,000 students. 600,000 students finally get to go back to school. They got to go back to school yesterday. We had a teacher strike here. So a lot of kids actually the uptick in gaming in the California area was ridiculous. Fun fact for you guys. But it was due to the fact that 6 days and $125,000 in revenue lost brought in all the teachers back.
Wait, why did they strike?
Because they wanted more money.
Because they are the most underappreciated profession on the planet.
I agree with that.
Let's take 2 seconds for me to say this. I'm sorry, Pete. Just give me 2 seconds. I come from a family of teachers. My family is teachers. And my mom and dad basically run an entire town. Like they teach an entire town worth of people. I mean, they're known as Mr. and Mrs. because they teach 5th grade. They teach Fyre. It goes on, right? They've been there for 30 plus years, right? They still make nothing. I mean, they still make like an infinitesimal amount compared to people who do not have influence over our future, our children, everything that's going to happen in the world. Like, it is insane to me that somebody can work that long. And they start at like $28,000 a year.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the people who are training your kids to be people.
Yeah.
What are we doing? They should strike. Yeah. This is insane. I'm so proud of them. I wish they would have gotten more. I think there should be more strikes. Anyways.
Pete, thoughts?
I just liked whenever the teachers were out there, I'd honk at them and they'd be like, "Whoa!" And I know that like all those teachers, their students are like, "Yo, we're not at school.
Yeah.
Parents are gone. Let's go."
Yeah.
And gaming went up.
So
makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. So moving on. I know our very own hashtag Tim Pratt was out sick. But there was a new article going around that bad cough that won't go away is actually a symptom of this weird winter virus.
Tim should have died of this weeks ago.
Dysentery.
He should have died of this weeks ago. No, seriously, he's had this for weeks.
Exactly.
I had a cough for like 3 months.
Dead.
I coughed for 3 months.
Yeah,
3
but there's
months,
been
dude.
this super active virus that's been going around and is very, very resistant to anything that we have.
HPV.
I mean, that's one too, but this is more new for the
I
winter.
thought we were just naming viruses.
I mean,
okay.
I guess.
All right.
But anyway,
All right.
so
Yeah.
our very own hashtag Tim Pratt, he has been sick, and he's been sick for a while, and it is part of, some of these symptoms are part of this winter virus that's been going around, and this very, it's been very strong, very hard for
It's
anybody
also
to get rid
that
of.
Tim is weak. It's that he has a weak system.
I love it, guys.
So, I mean,
Shots fired.
There's that.
All right, so moving on.
Throw viruses at me. I'm like, meh.
Well,
virus.
as I've been putting up,
Tim's like, meh.
I've been hashtag no sick days because we can't really get sick. We've been doing this show.
We cannot afford sick days.
Obviously, we can't afford sick days for this show. So I've been doing my best not to get sick or be out ever.
You've done well so far.
Knock on wood. Yeah. I usually get bronchitis at least once a winter.
Well, now you're going to have it tomorrow.
Probably.
Right.
You're right. I don't sleep ever. I just go in my room and lay down with the dark, but I don't ever go to sleep.
Yeah.
Weird.
I know, right? It's weird. All you people sleep. I just worry. Anyway, so moving on. So this is international news. So China apparently has developed this app that will show you on a map the people around you that are in debt. This is making some episodes of Black Mirror into reality.
I don't like
and
this.
judging everyone around you by their class.
Well, I was reading a couple of things that they judge you by are if you can make payments on time, which is basically your credit score here in America.
Right.
The other one is how you act on public transport, and I'm all for that. If you are an asshole in public transport, I want to know.
So Uber ratings is what?
Yeah, but I mean like public transport. Like, do I want to go in that car with that person? No, I'm going to go in the next car. I need to know these things when I'm leaving work at 1 o'clock in the morning.
No, actually, just real quick, guys. I'm just now putting together that this is something that my brother experienced. So he was going to go work in Hong Kong.
Okay.
And they had told him that they don't have your typical credit score. Your credit score is based off, like, I'm trying to remember what he said, but it's based on, like, your typical credit stuff, like here, and then just how you act as a person in general.
Right.
Huh.
Right.
Which I mean, I would have such a better credit score because
I'm
I'm such
saying.
a nice person.
Right, but that's what I'm
Unless
saying.
Duke loses.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. But no, I mean, he pitched it to me like it was like, this is a really great thing because it's not just a credit score. It's also like kind of a score about.
It's a human score.
Yeah, there it is.
Huh.
How are you doing at life?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, so it seems a little less, abrasive as I initially thought.
And I mean, if you think about it in terms of America, that's basically all of us. So
Yeah.
it would just be, you're in debt, you're in debt, you're in debt, you're in debt. And none of us would
We're
feel
all
bad.
in debt.
None of
but
us
I mean,
would feel bad.
It's not the same thing to be in debt and
There
to
we
be
go.
a bad person.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So last story I want to get to, we're almost out of time, but I really did want to get to this story because it does affect us. YouTube is starting to ban prank and challenge videos that they deem dangerous. And this, I mean, it doesn't, I guess, directly affect us because, I mean, we're not doing anything dangerous unless we have some sort of alcohol drink-off challenge or some weird thing, which we're not going to do. But anyway, I mean, growing up, we've watched some pretty questionable prank videos. We've watched some some challenge. I mean, even the cinnamon challenge, you could really, something real bad could happen from that.
Yeah.
As a result. So
I think it's a good idea because people try
I
to
agree.
ride
this
that
is going
wave
to
of
really
hashtag
affect.
trending.
Yes,
this is
Cori.
really going to affect YouTube moving forward.
But in a good way. Maybe Logan Paul will get shut down.
I agree.
I'm fine with Logan Paul going away, but there are some challenge videos out
Pete?
there that I still want to see. Pete, what do you think?
It's not going to affect YouTube that bad. Getting rid of these, no. YouTube has YouTube Red. They have more than enough streams to make it.
Yeah.
What this
Right.
is going to affect, though, is all other forms of social media because everyone will be flocking to promote their videos there. And that's what will go crazy. And then Facebook, with their money, will be able to start paying a ton of people a lot more money than what I believe me, I've seen YouTube's budgets. YouTube doesn't have the money to pay for people as much as Facebook does for these videos. So I know I'm leaving here.
Sure.
But that's my 2 cents as I go. I've got to go
think
and do a
this
little event.
This is a
Oh,
long
yeah,
time
Pete's
coming.
got to
This is a
leave.
long time
Wait,
coming.
Pete's got to
Pete.
leave.
Yeah,
Bye, Pete.
Bye, Pete.
Love you, buddy.
We're gonna come back and we're gonna wrap everything up.
I'm going for nice Korean barbecue. We'll talk about the restaurant later. I think Tim wanted me to say that.
All right, well, we'll talk later, buddy.
All right, guys. Coming
will.
back after this, we're gonna come back, wrap everything up, minus Pete. Everybody, stay tuned. We're popping off after this.
The Fantasy Sports Radio Network is the only place to go for 24/7 fantasy sports advice. Once you download the FNTSY Sports Radio app, you'll get the most accurate experts and most entertaining programming in the fantasy sports world. Listen to great shows like Fantasy Football Frenzy,
There you go right there, Goon Squad.
Game Time Decisions,
Good teams win, great teams cover.
Fantasy Freestyle,
You know what it is.
and plenty more. Download the FNTSY Sports Radio app on your iPhone and Android devices now and take the best fantasy sports talk wherever life leads you. It's Poppin' Off.
An Aspen ski resort offers Dumb and Dumber vacation package.
Yes! Yes!
How awesome is this?
Yes!
If they gave us the 2 tuxedos, I would totally go.
They give you the tuxedos, they give you everything. They also fly you in. They try to recreate the fact that you drove around in Lamborghinis and you flew in private jets and that whole thing. So it's a great idea.
Do they have a girl named Mary that you're constantly bumping into?
No.
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream.
Always upvote Foo Fighters. I am always appreciative of when we come back with Foo Fighters. Welcome back into Poppin' Off. I am Danny Otto. Joining with me as always is Cori Bear.
Hello.
And Shades of Greg.
Hey, everyone.
And that's it. Because our
That's
friend
all.
Pete from LA had to go to a dinner at Korean barbecue, and now I'm super jealous because I'm hungry.
He's
Yeah.
not here.
He's not here.
No.
Korean barbecue would be great. By the way, so a long time ago, I had a college radio show. And, I don't know, 2 or 3 miles down from our college radio show was the bar that we'd always go to. And then they had a Korean barbecue place that was open 24 hours. And so we'd go from our show, we'd get off at 11, 12, something like that. Then we go to the bar for a couple of drinks, and then we go to the Korean barbecue place. And it would be us and, that's it.
Yeah.
I loved going to Korean barbecue, especially super late at night, because they would always be like, what do you guys want? We'll just...
Oh, nice.
Because we're the only ones in there. So we just hang out.
Oh, that's
great.
awesome.
It was great. I missed
Korean barbecue.
Well, I mean, coming from a hospitality side, I would have hated it.
Oh, absolutely.
They're open 24 hours.
It doesn't matter. I can be open until midnight. I'm going to hate everyone who comes into my place after 10 o'clock.
All right.
Correct. Yeah. She's right.
If it helped, we tipped a lot. Because we knew they were there late. And
Yeah.
they were the only ones open besides McDonald's. But anyway, so we forgot this on Tuesday. We do still have an alcohol of the month, which is Pinnacle Vodka.
Yes.
Yes. So we wanted to continue with our theme for alcohol of the month and throw up another recipe. I've tried the whip version of Pinnacle. It's not that bad. I hate saying it that way. It's not bad.
No, it's fine to say it that way.
I've made some interesting drinks on my own, but we are throwing up a couple of different recipes.
Yeah.
Which seem interesting. I haven't tried any of these. But orange cream, I'm assuming it tastes like an orange creamsicle, melted. But I did I think I did Diet Coke and the whipped vodka, and it kind of just it tasted like
Diet Coke with whipped cream.
Isn't bad. If you like a vanilla Diet Coke.
Yeah, no, it was.
I mean, I feel like it kind of negates the whole point of getting Diet Coke.
I think the fact that
vodka.
Danny and I just said that in harmony means that it's true.
It's something special.
Yeah.
But no, here's the thing. At this point, I haven't drank regular soda, so at this point, the sugar amount in regular soda
This is ridiculous.
gives me a really bad headache.
Yeah.
I feel like
So-
anything whipped cream vodka would give me.
Oh, it does. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Just
Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying. I'm just excusing the reason why I said Diet Coke instead of just Coke and whipped cream vodka.
See, but I tried to use the whipped cream vodka to put it on my private areas.
That doesn't work. It's
It
liquid.
didn't stay.
Yeah, because it's liquid.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. So we only have a few minutes left.
Thought it was whipped cream.
But we did want to bring up again. Greg and I, and probably I'm going to say that because I'm going to go visit the
House of Wayward
House
Men.
of Wayward Men.
House of Wayward Men.
Yeah. Lilu's there too.
Lilu's awesome.
Yeah, she's
we were
great.
hanging out.
She's
Yeah,
great.
It was great. But I'm gonna go visit Friday afternoon, Friday evening.
Damn right you are.
We're gonna be streaming. And
Yep.
I'm sure like Tim and T will probably jump in, and probably Pete. The only person we know for sure that won't get a chance to jump in on Friday night is gonna be Cori, because Cori will unfortunately be at work
Oh.
until we can make this show popular enough where we can all
Yeah.
be
I mean,
paid.
if you're still on at like 2 a.m.
There's a possibility.
We might be.
There is
yeah,
a possibility.
I can hop on.
Hey, hang out until 2 and maybe you'll get some Cori there.
Yeah.
Where's the Twitch link for everybody to view this stream?
Oh yeah, Twitch link.
The Twitch link will hopefully somebody downstairs maybe can type it into the chat room, but it's twitch.tv/Poppin Off Show.
Please, guys, switch over and hit that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit a like on that so you get a notification when we start any live streams, whether it be T or Tim and Pete or me and Greg.
Yep.
Failing miserably at whatever
Yes,
game
we're
we
gonna
play.
fail miserably, but
It's gonna be funny.
No matter what, it's gonna be a great time. And
It
if you
is.
guys come over and join it, like we can actually do a lot more stuff if you come over and subscribe.
Right, and
So,
and you
yep.
can interact with us. It'll be basically like doing a show segment because we'll just be
Yep.
hanging out. We'll be drinking for sure.
Yeah.
And we'll just be chit chatting.
Yeah. Come see us tomorrow. Seriously.
No, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
we'll be
I
there.
am excited, and
It's gonna be
What
horrible.
that's gonna, yeah, it's definitely gonna be bad. But what that's gonna do is it's gonna open more of us streaming more often because, like I said, I need T's help. That's why I'm coming over to kind of learn how to
Right.
stream on my own and
Right.
stuff like that. So the more of you guys that interact with us while we're doing it with
Yep.
T's supervision, the more comfortable we'll feel to be able to do it on our own more often.
And the more we're able to do anything.
Right.
Like we need those subscribers
Exactly.
to be able to do certain things. So.
Exactly. So big shout out to the population.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for everything you've done so far.
Thank you guys.
Definitely head over to our Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Poppin Off Show. Join us there. We will be there Friday
Yes.
afternoon, Friday evening sometime. Join us. I mean, we'll post everywhere.
Yeah, let's hang out.
Guys, have a great weekend. We are out of time. We will be back 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, Tuesday night. Same time, same place. More Poppin' Off. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Twitch.
We love
Good
you
night,
guys.
everybody.